Pleasing, the patriarchal pleasure hierarchy revealed in 2010's coming-of-age films. Sex sells, making it a common subject of film and scholarship. Nonetheless, very little sex in mainstream American film is centered on young female pleasure. I know what you're thinking. Don't most mainstream sex scenes focus on young females? Possibly, but even films about girls that feature them engaging in sex tend to be focused more on male than female pleasure. So, I ask you to consider. How often is young female pleasure depicted and valued as much as male pleasure in American film? Film often reflects this patriarchal pleasure hierarchy that presents the male sexual experience as more important than that of females and other gender minorities. Even in female-focused films and what some consider a post-feminist society reflect this patriarchal valuing of pleasure. It is crucial that young women who are having their first sexual and romantic relationships have agency in their own experiences. However, filmic representations of this are very rare. Coming-of-age films with young female protagonists have an opportunity to subvert dominant social ideologies around gender and sexual pleasure. They can show real girls coming of age and into their sexualities that they deserve pleasure as much as anyone else. In my thesis at Emory University, I analyzed when and how 6 coming-of-age films from the 2010s present and respect authentic female pleasure. Representing these exceptions in film and scholarship is integral in order to make young female pleasure a norm rather than an anomaly. Still, these films mirror norms of the patriarchal pleasure hierarchy at times as well. In Chapter 1, I examine how The Diary of a Teenage Girl and 8th Grade, while giving the protagonist power over their desires, ultimately represent their drive to please others rather than to seek pleasure.
You get blowjobs?
In Chapter 2, I explore the ways Booksmart and Pariah display how platonic and familial discourse around sex can reinforce or challenge the patriarchal pleasure hierarchy.
I once tried to masturbate with an electric toothbrush, but I got a horrible UTI. Horrible.
Finally, in Chapter 3, I analyze how Lady Bird and Yes God Yes show the possibility of positive dialogue on sex, counteracting the impact religious power structures can have on sexual shame.
So have you ever felt turned on?
This will contribute to a future in which it is common for sex in film and scholarship about sex in film to prioritize young female pleasure at least equally to that of males. All of the protagonists in the films learn that their bodily autonomy, agency, and authentic selves matter, including when it comes to sex and pleasure. All girls deserve to know this. Thank you for watching.